Ahem. Testing, testing. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday, the 24th of April. Hear you loud and clear. Excellent. Hopefully this time I'm not coming from the webcam mic. The other day when on the 20th when I was streaming, I was coming in from the webcam mic for like the first hour, and I was looking at the caption and I was like, I'm peaking really loud. Why am I so loud? Does everything sound fine? And I was like, yeah, it's fine, but no, I was coming from the wrong mic. Happy Tree Day, not coming through the webcam this time. Yes. Happy Tree Day. Today is also relevant because today is my sister's birthday, and it is a birthday she shared with our grandfather before his untimely passing last year. So, your sister is a tree? No, she's not a tree. So yeah, there's a lot of significance to this day. You know, this would be a great day to use an Exeggutor or a Tropius. How many other Pokemon are based on trees? Is it just those two? There's gotta be more, right? There has to be at least one other grass-type Pokemon based on a tree. Well, I bet that one starter grass type for the next generation coming up, Sudowoodo, I guess, but it's a rock type, not a grass type. It's like petrified wood at best. But I think the grass type starter for the new generation that's coming up for Winds and Waves will probably have like something tree-like going on with it. Because if you look at its current design, its beak is like a seed, and there's like a sprout coming out, and the little like sprout leaves are its eyebrows. So I'm willing to bet that as it evolves, that'll change to be somehow tree-like. Like maybe its beak will be like twisted roots, and it'll have a tree afro of leaves. I don't know that for a fact, but it would be funny. Okay. I'm gonna shift over. Hello. Circuitry? That's it's got tree in its name, but it's not based on a tree. Circuitry is like electrical wires. Like circuitry. Okay, I'm pausing the game. There we go. Okay, everybody, here we go. Now, since last time, I have successfully performed a trade between our two different games. Oh, right. B is A. B is A. I'm on an Xbox controller, and for whatever reason, it registers B as A, because that is where A would be on a Nintendo controller. So, say hello. Oh. To our newest member of our team, who is literally only on the team so we can use Cut before we get to this SS Ann. It's too high a level for us to use, at least until we beat the 3rd or 4th gym, I forget which one. So we got a Scyther! And it's only here so we can use Cut. I was also talking to a friend about Pokemon they were using on this game, and I considered replacing, like, one of the Pokemon we've got left to find that I said would be in the Safari Zone with a Clefable. Cut is Misty, Erica is Fly. Right, I don't have Fly yet. And I didn't put Fly on this Scyther. Only Cut. I don't even think I can learn Fly. Quick Attack, Leer, Focus Energy, and Cut. I'm using a Clefable. Yeah, I was talking to a friend. They used a Clefable and had essentially the same moveset I'm planning on running on the one I want to catch. I was like, well, I could catch that a lot sooner than Safari Zone, so I wonder if I should just, like, go back to Mount Moon and find a Clefairy. It'd probably be easier to catch. But I took a look at the stats, and at least in Gen 1, before the special attack, special defense split, The one I want to get has a better special stat, and therefore will be more of a damage dealer. I think I've said every one that I plan to get, except for that last one. Obviously, we got Vantai, who's going to be our Victory Bell. That's a permanent member of our team. We've got our starter, Coral Reefer, our Blastoise, who will obviously be our Surfer. Pickle, who is already Nidoqueen. She's got a permanent member on the party. We got Spearow, who will eventually evolve into Fearow. So yeah, we've got 4 of 6 already. And if I did replace it with a Clefable, we'd have 5 of 6 already. And we're gonna use a Jolteon, so that's gotta wait until we get the Celadon. And the last member that I plan to use would be a Chansey. So I was looking for something that could run Psychic. And I wasn't aware that Clefable could learn Psychic, but a friend of mine was like, yeah, I have a Clefable and they have Psychic. And like, I checked the move list that Clefable could learn, and it could learn essentially the exact same moveset that I want to run on Chansey, with like one minor difference. But in this generation, in Gen 1, before they split Special Attack and Special Defense from Special, Chansey has a special stat like over 100. So Chansey can actually do some pretty decent damage with special attacks. So we're going to be using a Chansey as a special attacker. She's going to have Psychic. And a couple other moves. Okay. Yeah, see? We cut that down nice and early. Alright, we beat the gym. Hey, stay out! It's not your yard, huh, me? I'm an innocent bystander. Don't you believe me? No, I don't. You're Team Rocket. Yeah, I did consider switching to Clefable, and we did pick up that extra Moonstone, but ultimately Chansey will have a better stat spread, at least in terms of damage dealing. High HP and high special, so... But Clefable wouldn't be anything to sneeze at. Ow! I really hope it doesn't critical again. Don't. Okay. Vantai's probably gonna get knocked out here. Oh shit! It moved before Vantai that time, so that growth was for nothing! No! Man, fuck Karate Chop. This move is such bullshit. Man, I hate this move. Like, this early in, it's such a fucking pain in the move. High crit move, yeah. I guess it's like the only decent move that some fighting types get. It's not even a fighting type move in this generation, is it? Ah, even a critical hit, that wasn't a lot. Yeah, now that I know about the whole X accuracy thing, I'm definitely going to be packing a lot of those when we get to the Elite Four. Because I'm going to be running Blizzards and Thunders, which their biggest downside is their low PP and their low accuracy. But with X accuracy bypassing accuracy checks, apparently, the only downside is PP, and we'll get plenty of ethers to deal with that problem. So, That information is... PP is never a downside. Except when you're driving on the highway in the middle of the night and there's nothing around for you to go PP in. There we go. Soften it up for whoever comes next. Damn, I got 3 uses out of it? That's 2 more than usual. And that is more typical. Right, I wonder if we can get at least 1 sand attack out of this Pidgey. Probably not, because it just used Confusion. I was hoping it'd do, like, Pound. Oh! Oh, but it got confused. And it hurt itself in its confusion. That freaking Machop. Now it uses Pound. But it actually would have been smarter to use Confusion. Ugh. Just don't KO. Okay, don't confuse us. Okay, we're good. Pickle got it. We pickled up the win. Pickle will get Body Slam at 23, I believe it was. On the positive side, having a lot of our team this early on will let us train them for a lot longer. I'll probably have to spend some time training up to Chansey, like I did with Tauros. Because that's, like, about the halfway point of the game. But, like, by the time we get to Celadon, we'll essentially have almost the entire team ready. We've already got 2/3 of the team. I did want to run... Like, I thought it would be cool if I could run an evolution on every team. But I would have had to run Flareon on Red, and there's no place to run a Flareon in Kanto. Also, before the physical special split, Flareon gets shafted. Because it's got good physical attack, but all the fire-type moves that you would want to put on it are going to be special attacks. You can use it against Erica. True! But then, like, once you're done with that, there's literally nothing left to use a fire-type on. Like, best case scenario, you use it against the Jinx for Lorelei's Elite Four battle. That's your best case scenario. What level does, I forget, what level does Bellsprout evolve? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, anyway, I was running late today because we had to have dinner at my aunt's house, which used to be my grandfather's house, because, like I said, it was my sister's birthday, and she also shared it with my grandfather, so it was kind of a memorial service for him, in a sense. So that's why I started an hour late today. But it's fine, because we'll go an hour longer than usual. So we'll still get our 3 hours in. Tomorrow, we're actually going to have dinner for my sister. We had fried chicken tonight for my grandfather. Tomorrow, my sister wants what is called $1 million spaghetti, which is essentially lasagna using spaghetti noodles instead of lasagna noodles. So... critical hit. Ah, okay, cool. Very glad that that did not work. poison would have been annoying to deal with. I mean, I would have just run back to town to heal it instead of using an antidote, but... If you're only gonna run grass types, this is a good experience for my Spearow. I've forgotten what we were supposed to name Spearow. Ah, damn it. We got paralyzed. Raven, you're the one who picked the name for the Spearow. Do you remember what name? Was it Whitney? Do I need to change? Do I need to name her Whitney? That's what I'm remembering, but I could be wrong about that. I don't remember. Okay. Whitney Houston, we have a problem. Oh, come on. You know something I did think would be funny? It's not something I'm gonna try, but Victory Bell, by the time we get Vantai there, can actually learn Swords Dance. And I thought, what if I boosted with Swords Dance all the way up to max and then used Wrap? Would it only work on the initial Wrap, or would it work on every Wrap after? Probably only on the first initial one. But it would be funny if, like, every turn the Wrap would do tremendous damage. And the enemy just couldn't move. Ugh, that'd be extremely funny to me. Really? Sleep powder? They really thought trap moves were gonna be like a hell of a thing, didn't they? And they're a pain in the butt to deal with for sure, but it's telling that they didn't really do much with trap moves after this generation. Swords Dance does work on every turn of Wrap in Gen 1, apparently. Really? Oh, man. It would be a waste of a slot to put Swords Dance on a Victory Bell. But it would be so funny to watch a full-powered Wrap and just see what it does. I'd have to survive 3 turns to use Swords Dance, and Grass-type Pokemon are traditionally frail, because they have a lot of weaknesses. Yeah, you can see the ID number for the original trainer Mav on the Spearow that we caught is different for the Scythers, even though it was also caught by Mav. So you know this is the Scyther we caught in Pokemon Red. And I explained why I named it Strike during the stream we caught it, but I'll re-explain it here. Strike is Scyther's Japanese name. And they made a pun out of it in one episode of the anime where the Pokemon were playing baseball and Scyther was the umpire. So it would say strike, you know, when a strike would happen. Well, when anything would happen, but like when there was a strike, it would say strike. Alright, please tell me you're using some rock types. That way I can get Vantai some experience. The chop. Oh, easy, easy, Roxy. You okay? She fell off the chair. You right there, Rox? You knocked the water bowl over. Now your butt's all wet. Yep, fucking karate chopping bastard. No. Son of a bitch. Gonna hope for one sand attack. Probably won't get it, but... Yep. Fucking Machops, man. I don't have any plans to use fighting types during these Gen 1 playthroughs, but I might use some fighting types when we get to the remakes in Gen 3. Like I said, I'm not planning much beyond these Gen 1 games. Oh, fucking of course he uses an Onyx and Vantai is dead. Like, I have some ideas for the Gen 2 games, but like, nothing is set in stone. I'm gonna use a Mankey in yellow. Yeah, I think you mentioned that. I might, like, have a Mankey to help me get through Brock, but then I'll probably, you know, put it in the PC, along with that Pikachu. I still haven't exactly figured out 100% what I'm gonna replace the Pikachu with. Probably another electric type, because it actually does behoove to have some electric type power. Ooh, super bug Pokemon. Yeah, Caterpie. Alright. Caterpie should be soft enough for Spearow to switch in on. String Shot. I figured it'd either be String Shot or Tackle. Yeah, not catching every Pokemon I come across and wasting time training Pokemon I'm not going to keep around has certainly sped the process up. So, probably the first game of every generation will have some growing pains like that, where I'm like just kind of getting used to everything, and then each follow-up game will likely move a little faster. So it took us 9 sessions to beat Red. I'm hoping we can do Blue in 6 or 7. This is a little early for a Venonat, you know. You said the thing? I said 6 or 7, thank you. Oh man, Poison's gonna knock Spearow out before she gets any experience, isn't it? Oh no, okay, cool. Of course, it's gonna knock her out in 3 more steps. So I gotta go back and heal. Spearow fainted. How the hell do I get around? Oh, do I gotta go down there? Or where I came from, right? Oh, okay. Probably gotta get past this chuckle fuck. Okay, cool. Just enough space to avoid that. Probably not enough space to avoid you, though. Oh no, it's a bed drill! Wait, how much will poison this thing do? That's super effective. Go ahead, keep focusing your energy. It's not gonna do jack shit for you. There you go. Finally, an attack. That's 2. Oh, it only worked 2 times! Seriously, why do you keep using focus energy? Even if you get the crit, it was a waste of a turn. It's a waste of several turns. Computer's not the smartest in these generations, is it? Ooh, 4 times. Not ideal, but it's okay. Next, we might be fighting a Butterfree, and it might have confusion, so this could go poorly. Hi, Mari! Welcome in! Okay, another bee drill. How you doing today? How are you doing today? Today? How are you doing today? I'm okay, just squashed a big-ass roach. Yuck. I hate roaches. Don't like them. They gotta get pretty big down out in where you live, huh, Mari? I hope it wasn't a flying one. I hate those ones. Thankfully, the ones that live up here don't seem to be capable of flight. While I've got Scyther on the team to use Cut, we're at a bit of a disadvantage. Honestly, we weren't supposed to be going this way yet anyway, because we weren't supposed to have Cut by now. So I am fighting teams that are technically stronger than what we're supposed to be. It hasn't been very humid, so they're trying to find shelter, I guess. It was not a flying one. But, like, it gets hot and humid out there, so I imagine they get pretty big. I have been in houses where, I swear to God, there were so many goddamn cockroaches, you would have thought they had cockroach-themed wallpaper until it started moving. Ugh. The palmetto roaches are the worst ones. Those are the ones that can fly, or are those, like, the big ones? I have to replace this Pidgey with something that can learn Flash if we're gonna go this way. I suppose I could have just given myself an HM slave with a bunch of HMs on it. But I think the only ones I can use right now are Flash and Cut. I need to go get Flash. Figured, no, I can easily go get Flash. That's not going to be an issue. Just gotta get to Vermilion first. Ah, shit. Thought I had Vantai in front. It's okay. We're gonna switch over to Vantai. Them's the ones that can fly and make you itch if they stay on you too long. The idea of them being on me makes me itch. Ooh, Pickle grew to 21. No, not a fucking Machop. Well, I know how to deal with this bastard. Oh my god, if it gets a third critical hit, Coral Reaver is dead! Alright, I'm gonna hit it with a Tail Whip to lower its defense. If I'm lucky, which I won't be. Okay, I did get lucky. Let's see if I can lower its speed. I can soften it up just enough for a Spearow to take it out. Maybe I should hit it with another Tail Whip, but... Okay, we did it. We got it. We softened it up enough. I got a pacifier I'm chewing on. I got it from my sister's baby shower. It's been helping me not chew on water bottle lids or rings. Well, if it helps, it helps. I've never had a chew on things problem. I was never a chewer, but I've known plenty of people who would, like, just chew on anything they could get their hands on. Just like an unconscious chew thing. Because they're trained. chew. Sorry. That was stupid. Okay. Sleep powder is going to be part of our permanent set because sleep is very, very strong in this first generation. Plus, it'll help with catching stuff. What do you call a train carrying bubblegum? A choo-choo train! What do you call a train that's never wrong? A true train. Slash! Well, saying true. Oh, it's so cute! I couldn't catch it in red, but we're gonna catch one in this one. Alright, I don't know. Will Tackle kill it? Let's find out. I don't want to kill it. Okay, I think we can even tackle it one more time. As long as we don't critical it. And then we're gonna put it to sleep. Do we have Growl? Yes, we do. Hold on. First, there. Now we tackle is in front now. I just don't want it to knock out Vantai before Vantai can put it to sleep. Dicks! Whoa! That was a lot of dicks, Vash. You can't be going around exposing all those dicks. That was like 3 dicks. Also, hi. I don't know why it plays alerts multiple times sometimes. It's so weird. I check every time, and it doesn't seem to be doing it. And then I go live, and it's like, oh, do you want to play this alert 17 times? Hi. Yeah. Oh, it's driving me crazy now. Alright, Vash, you just got here. Do you want to name the Sandshrew that we caught? I check it every time. Okay, not every time. That's a lie. I just lied to you. Not intentionally, but I wasn't thinking about what I said. But I check it all the time to see if it's playing multiple alerts, and every time I check it, it seems fine. But then when I go live, it's like, Let's play all these alerts multiple times. F-O-X. Fox. It's probably the only one you can do this with. DMV. The Department of Minotaur Violence. CLU. Clue. That's a Tron villain. So I guess Fox isn't the only one you can do it with. It's just the only one that's an actual word by itself. BKT. Burger King Footlet Us. That's how that acronym works, right? Alright, Vash, if you don't got a name, I'll think of something. Andy. Sandy Andy. Take a rock tunnel and go to Lavender. I guess that means that if we have Flash, which we can go get very easily, but if we have Flash, we can skip Vermilion for a little bit. Technically, you wouldn't be allowed to, because you have to go get Cut to even come this way. But since we traded something with Cut early, we can just skip Vermilion for a little bit. That's so silly. Oh man, this thing's got 4. I don't know if Vantai is fast enough. Coral Reefer is dead, so... Now, fuck you for doing that. Growling bastard. Hey, 3 attacks did decent, even after a growl. It did not, however, do decent after a second growl. Yes, 4! Hands. Honestly, the most we have to worry about on Ekans is Wrap. Let's see if I can outspeed it. Okay, I wanted to hit with a growl first to see if I outsped it. I figured I'd get Wrapped, but that was a critical hit. I'm already free! Damn it! Fucking tackle. Can't wait till we can replace it with Body Slam. It took our Venusaur all the way to the end of the game, so... Soften you up and feed you to Vantai. Just gonna get all 6 growls in. So we can... Oh my god, it's already got Slash! Can't believe that Sandshrew already has Slash at this point! Alright, was that 6 or 5? Nothing happened, so it must have been 6. Oh! That was not good. Alright, now I just gotta hope I can outspeed it. Because if it gets a Slash off, I'm fucked. I didn't outspeed it, but I tried Sand Attack and failed. It failed. Ooh, no! The thing I didn't want it to do! Fucking bullshit. Sand Attack. I had Slash! I can't believe it has Slash! Oh my god! Oh, that was bad. Hi, Bear. I'll hydrate in a second. Do I have any revives? I do not. Dude, I'm totally boned. Oh my god, I can't believe Strike listened to me. Okay, now I'll hydrate. Woo! That one was close. Like, I know we're fighting Pokemon that are stronger than I currently am, but that Slash was concerning. Cheers! Oh, we got a song request. Whatever your sister's favorite song is, I'd have to text her and ask. Hold on. I'll text her and ask her what her favorite song is, and then when she gets back to me, then I'll sing it, okay? But I'll let her know that you wished her a happy birthday. So, I'm gonna do that, but we gotta wait for my sister to get back to me on that. Woof! Man, that one Slash really put me in my place. Enjoy your lurk, Bear! Sorry that I can't do the song right away, I just don't know what that song is yet. Honestly, we lucked out that Strike managed to listen to me for one turn. I'm doing what might be a bit of power leveling here. Alright, I should go get Flash real quick, though. Let's see, I gotta go to Vermilion first, then we gotta go through Diglett Tunnel. Diglett Tunnel! Diglett Tunnel. You know, I might go catch like an Abra and raise it up at least into a Kadabra to get used as like an early psychic type user before I get that Chansey that I'm actually gonna run Psychic on. Floor shit? Who shit on the floor? Remember, there are a lot of items hidden down here, too. I think, just like clicking, I'm moving too fast to pick them up. Diglett? Oh. Yes. I mean, we did use a Doug trio on our team in the first game. And while he never got high enough level to learn Earthquake on his own, He was certainly an important member of the team. Floor shits. 3 floor shits, yes. Well, we caught it as a Doug trio, so we never even raised it up as a Diglett. Spearow, I think, evolves at like 23-ish. You know, only Pokemon up to level 20 currently will obey me. But you know what Pokemon I did have that would have fallen under that level? Lapras. I might be blue tonight, or at least get close. It's crazy. They give you Lapras at level 15, but it's like, wow, that's actually low enough that you could trade someone early in the game and they could still use Lapras for most of the game. Isn't that insane? I don't have plans to use Lapras because I already used my water type for red. Blastoise is my water type for this one, and I have to use Vaporeon for the next one. But like, that is crazy. But hey, congratulations on being almost 2 games ahead of me. It's cool. It's real cool. Real cool. Are you having a Atelier game to play? Or did you already beat that one too? Actually, I think you did beat it. I think you said the other day that you beat it. So, what am I talking about? Damn sand attack. Alright, this Pidgey is starting to piss me off. I beat the one I was playing, but my roommate got me a different one to play, so I'll be starting that one at some point. Ah! That was nice of your roommate. Oh, hold up. That might be my sister. Okay, she says she doesn't really have a favorite song, but she likes Holding On To You by 21 Pilots. I don't believe I've ever heard that song. I'll have to try and find a karaoke version of it. Alright, we'll do that in just a second. Let me finish up this battle, get to Vermilion, and heal up my Pokemon, and then we'll do a karaoke real quick. I didn't give her any context as to why I was asking. I only asked, what's your favorite song? I mean, it's not that weird of a thing to text someone, but like, I'm probably not going to explain the context at least until tomorrow. Spearow versus Spearow. Well, it's Spearow versus Spearow, but close enough. Eradicate, huh? This Pidgey's not going to do anything to it, but maybe we can get at least one sand attack off on it. No. No, we will not. I didn't think so. Do we outspeed it? We do not, but it tried a tail whip, so if we can successfully put it to sleep... Okay, now. How long? Oh, fucking course it only stayed to sleep one turn! Shit. Shit titties. You know where I get the Psychic TM? Yeah, I used it on Jinx in the last game. You get it in, Saffron, from the Psychic guy. Like, you can even get it when Team Rocket's still taking over. I just remember where it was. I just waited to use it until I caught my Jinx. Well, until I traded for my Jinx, I guess, is the better option, because you can't catch a wild Jinx in this game. You gotta trade for it, and that's why we didn't get to name her anything but Lola. Her name was Lola, she was a showgirl. She wore feathers in her hair and a dress cut down to there. She was also a very important member of our team. I'm at Cinnabar. Get me a Cinnabar bun. Okay. Alright, okay. We've rested up. So we're gonna pause the game and shift over. It's day. Gotta find Holding On to You by 21 Pilots. Why is that thing spinning in the background? It should not be doing that. Okay, YouTube. Is Clefable gonna be running Psychic for you? Is that why you were saying where Psychic was? You said you were running Clefable, and I was saying that I considered switching my Chansey for Clefable and just running the same set so I could get it faster. Nah. Are you gonna be running Psychic at all? It feels like you gotta run at least one Psychic user, even if they're not a Psychic type. Just because Psychic is so powerful. Holding On to You karaoke by 21 Pilots. I got Strength, Tri-Attack, Metronome, and Thunderbolt. Strength on Clefable? What's its attack stat? Nope. Nope, you will not be playing these ads unless you're going to be paying me revenue for them. At least not on my stream. So, they have been silenced. Alright, here we go. Wish me luck. I'm taking over my body, back in control, no more shoddy. Holy cow, this song is fast. Fought it a lot, and it seems a lot like flesh is all I got. Not anymore, flesh out the door, SWAT. Must have forgot, you can't trust me. I'm open a moment and close when you show up before you. Oh my god, this is so fast! Story unfolds, you should take my life, you should take my soul. Oh, this would be a lot easier if I was familiar with the song. You are surrounding all my surroundings. That was too fast, actually. Sounding down the mountain range of my left side brain. You are surrounding all my surroundings, twisting the kaleidoscope behind both my eyes. And I'll be holding on to you. And I'll be holding on to you. Remember the moment you know exactly where you're going, cause the next moment before you know it, time is slowing and it's frozen still on the windowsill. It's really nice, right? You think twice about your life, it probably happens at night, right? Fight to take the pain, ignite it, tie a noose around your mind, loose enough to breathe fine and tie it to a tree, tell it you belong to me. Say the noose is a leash and I have some news for you, you obey me. You are surrounding all my surroundings, bounding down the mountain range of my left side brain. You are surrounding all my surroundings, twisting the kaleidoscope behind both of my eyes. I'm probably butchering this song. I'm so sorry. Entertain my faith. 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 Build it up. Entertain my faith. Get ready to drop. Entertain my faith. Really build it now. Entertain my faith. Lean with it, rock with it, when we gotta stop with it. Lyrics that mean nothing, we're gifted with the thought. It is time to move our feet to an introspective beat. It ain't as big as the bump hearts, it's our hearts that make the beat. Lean with it, rock with it, when we gonna stop with lyrics that mean nothing when we're gifted with the thought. It is time to move our feet to an introspective beat. It ain't the speakers that bump hearts, it's our hearts that make the beat. Lean with it, rock with it, when we gonna stop with it. Lyrics that mean nothing when we're gifted with thought. It is time to move our feet to an introspective beat. It ain't the speakers that bump hearts, it's our hearts that make the beat. Lean with it, rock with it, when we gonna stop with it. Lyrics that mean nothing, we were gifted with the thought. It is time to move our feet to an introspective beat. It ain't the speakers that bump hearts, it's our hearts that make the beat. And I'll be holding on to you. Oh god, that went faster than I thought it was going to. And I'll be holding on to you. And I'll be holding on to you. And I'll be holding on to you. Okay, that's it. That's the end. Woof! That song went... There was a lot of rapping in that song that I didn't expect there to be. I'm not bad at speed singing if I have time to practice the... Like, for me to get speed singing, I have to, like, listen to the song a couple times, practice singing it slowly, and then slowly increase in tempo until I can sing it without really thinking about it. But, like, what if it catches me off guard like that? The most chillest version of that song I've ever heard. Well, thank you. I didn't know what the tone was supposed to be. I didn't know where the pitch was. I've never heard the song before. I've never heard that song before. So I was literally only going off the lyrics. And it was using one of those little bouncing ball karaoke things and not like telling you how long to hold a note. They just hit each syllable and then the ball bounced, which is great for like tempo, but it doesn't necessarily tell you how long to hold the note. I can send you the song you want. I mean, I can find the song. It's super easy, but by all means, if you guys want to see me try and sing it again on karaoke night, you can always post it in the karaoke suggestion channel. We certainly need more songs there. Okay, now we're going to shift back to the game. Unpause. Thank you, Bear. for having me sing that song. Okie dokie. Since we're going through Diglett Cave, where the only thing we'll be fighting is Diglets, we'll lead with Vantai. We gotta go pick up Flash. Oh look, it's Dugtrio! Level 29 Pokemon! The first thing we encounter! Oh my god! Oh, that's bad. Alright. We're gonna hope the strike will obey us enough to throw out a few Leers. Damn it. Why would you dig? Strike is a flying type. He hasn't disobeyed me yet. Stop failing! Oh my god! There we go. I think that's the second Leer that's connected of the, well, we've tried. Okay, so 9 so far, and this will be number 10. But of 10, we've connected with 2. Fucking Sand Attack must affect these status moves too, man. Stop sand attacking me! Cannot believe the first thing we fucking encounter is a level 29 Dugtrio. In Diglett Cave, where Diglett is 95% of what you can run into, the first thing we run into is a level 20 fucking 9 Dugtrio. I think that's a little bit bullshit! Soften you up! Aha! And now we're dead. Dude, this Dugtrio is basically a boss. Like, this is a boss battle. I know the music's not any different, but this is straight up a boss battle. Yo! Bruh, Blaine is broken. He's used both super potions on full HP Pokemon. What? Do you fuck with his AI somehow? I mean, I know these games are basically being held together with dreams and duct tape, but... all I did was use Dig. He used the potions before I even went underground with Dig, though? Jeez. I mean, you can't outspeed this guy, right? Okay, we're not using a physical attack, so that's a wasted move. Okay, that's another wasted move. I think Vantai will get the win. Dude, if Vantai doesn't get, like, at least 2 levels out of this, I'll be disappointed. Well, straight to 19. Not 2 levels, but damn. That was a lot of experience. So anyway, I one-shot all of his Pokemon with my Rhydon. Does your Rhydon know Dig and Earthquake? I remember, I think it was probably you, told me that Dig and Earthquake have the same base power. So I guess you don't have to run both. Yeah, okay. I was gonna have probably replaced Dig with Earthquake, but maybe I would have kept it on my Doug trio. I might have had just both. I don't know what I would have replaced. Sand Attack, probably. But then again, that Sand Attack was kind of crucial towards the end. Because, the combination of Doug Trio throwing out Sand Attack and, Dodrio using Double Team kept our Dum-Da-Dum alive just long enough to finish off the champion. Eric. So, that combination of attacks actually won the game for us. Dig, Earthquake, Rock Slide, and Horn Drill. That's not bad. I probably wouldn't run Horn Drill, but you told me about that X accuracy thing, so I understand why you're running Horn Drill. Oh, of course you dug a fucking hole. You dug a hole, a diggy diggy hole. Damn it! It was super effective only because he... Because Vantai's part poison type. Wow, really? Really? I can wrap you to death. Killed you with a hug. What is a martial artist's favorite drink? Karate. Ah. I thought it would be some kind of punch. Tried to give that one a minute to sit, to breathe. But I so badly wanted to start laughing as soon as I said it. Now, what do I teach my Farfetch for his final move? I don't want to keep Peck. Well, let's see. What options does fucking Farfetch'd have? What moves do you currently have on Farfetch? That way I don't pick something you're already running. I assume, for the record, that you intend to teach it Fly, if you don't already have Fly on it, which, at this point, you should. Body Slam, Swords Dance, and Fly. Okay. That's not a terrible moveset, even though it's on Farfetch'd. Alright, hold on. Let me take a look at what all Farfetch'd can learn, and I'll give you an idea of what I think would be a good move to put on it, even though, ideally, you probably shouldn't be running a Farfetch'd. I'm just never gonna let that go. You just probably should not be running a Farfetch'd. You realize you're only allowed to use Farfetch'd 3 times total throughout this entire challenge. I already didn't take Slash. I noticed that. You didn't take Slash. Swords Dance Slash Boost would, like, be the one thing that I thought Farfetch'd could do pretty well, but since criticals ignore that boost, there's not a lot of point in running Slash on Farfetch'd. Because it's too slow to reliably get criticals anyway. Alright. Okay. Generation 1. Far-fetched moveset. It's my first time using him. Oh, I thought you used him in the first run, too. Let's see here. Oh, he does not get a lot of options. Razor Wind, Swords Dance, Whirlwind, Toxic, Body Slam, Takedown, Double Edge, Rage, Mimic, Double Team, Reflect, Bide, Swift, Skull Bash, Rest, and Substitute. That's the full list of moves that Farfetch can learn. That is a short fucking list! Are you already running Double Team on something? I'll teach him fucking Mimic or Double Edge. I was gonna say, if you're not already using Double Team on something, ideally you wouldn't want him to get hit. There's just not a lot of options there. I think I either have Double Team on my PC or I sold it. Mr. Mime? I don't have an Abra yet. I did consider using a Mr. Mime as my psychic user. But, honestly, trading off an Abra, which is hard to catch, and evolves into a much better Pokemon in Kadabra and eventually Alakazam for a Mr. Mime, it's not a good trade. Maybe I'll run a Mr. Mime in the Gen 3 remakes, I don't know yet. But for this early, it's not worth it. Oh shit, have I caught 10 kinds of Pokemon? Yes. Okay, 13 kinds of Pokemon. Yay! Hey, Rox. Alright, is anyone on the current team capable of learning Flash? Giovanni hit a horn drill on my Parasect the first turn they were out on the field. Oh, that's completely expected. And completely in keeping with Parasect. HP up. Moonstone! Now I got 2 Moonstones if I want to go catch that Clefable, and I could still have a Moonstone left over to... I just wanted to use my Wombo combo of Spore into Solar Beam. That would have been pretty effective against a lot of Giovanni's team. Alright, we'll trade out Pidgey for something that can learn Flash. I wonder if Abra can learn Flash. Maybe I'll go catch an Abra, let it evolve into a Kadabra, and then have it, like, learn Confusion, at least until I get something else to use Psychic-type moves. Obviously, Scyther here, Strike, is not a permanent member of the team. It's just sort of here to use Cut until I, you know, put Cut on something else. Alright, I'm just gonna go rest up at the Pokemon Center up by Pewter. That's not the Pokemon Center, there it is. And we'll go back through Diglett Cave. We've only got, what, 2 Pokeballs? So I'll probably need to go buy more Pokeballs if I'm gonna catch an Abra. Gotta get lucky to catch those sons of bitches. Unless we could outspeed it and, like, put it to sleep, it's gonna run away turn fucking 1. Because that's the only move they know! Did I find everything up here? I don't think I did. Means I should do it for the experience. What all do I have in my box? Not a lot. I haven't caught a lot of Pokemon, but do I have anything that can actually learn Flash? If not, I can always catch a Voltorb right outside the tunnel that can learn Flash. No, I already healed. Why am I doing this? We traded off our Metapod for this Scyther. We traded a bug type for a bug type. Guess it's time for me to go murk some birds. Bird murking. Alright, so that's Sandshrew. There's a Metapod. The first one we caught. We caught another Metapod later just for trading. And Pidgey. I don't think any of these ones can learn Flash. Maybe when Butterfree is, like, out and about, Butterfree can learn Flash. We'll just go catch a Voltorb. But let me go try and catch an Abra first. I think it could learn Flash. If it can't, then I'll catch a Voltorb. Maybe I should have held on to some of the TMs that I wasn't planning on using to use on some of these ones. So Blastoise can learn Fissure. That's not surprising. I'm pretty sure Blastoise can also learn Earthquake. Alright, that'll put me at 12. So... don't think I fought everyone here. Maybe I should fight them off screen? But, fuck it. We gotta get the Cerulean anyway to go catch that Abra. We made good progress on our first session, so we can fuck around a little bit here. Yeah, level 9. I should be switching to someone who needs better training. Oh, I didn't even grab the Magikarp. Ugh, goodness. Excuse me. We're doing a tiny bit of sequence breaking by trying to go through Rock Tunnel before we fight the Vermilion Gym and Lieutenant Surge. But, with any luck, it'll let me get to Celadon and pick up my Eevee quickly. Oh, actually, I think it'd be better to train. Oh, goodness. Spearow. Did sneezes and then coughs. Hope I'm not getting sick again. Just got over being sick. I also missed a lot of stuff in Rock Cave or whatever it is. Moon Cave. Hey, Roxy. Roxy, Roxy. Roxanne. You're all that I wanted of a girl. You're all that I need in the world. You're my child, make me blush, drive me wild, Roxanne. I'm your man. The song's actually called Suzanne, I believe, but, you know. Damn it, I didn't mean to go down that way. Oh, God. I'm hoping this is just because I was hanging out at my aunt's house and there's a lot of smokers there and I'm allergic, and that I'm not getting sick again. that it? Is that all the trainers that I could fight here? Did I fight you? Must have. Okay, fine. I'm not actually going to go through Mount Moon again. I don't feel like dealing with all those Zubats. So we'll go back through Diglett Cave and then go up to Cerulean and see if we can catch an Abra. I imagine we'll at least take on Lieutenant Surge tonight. Provided I don't get distracted trying to get through the Dark Cave, the Rock Cave, whatever it's called. I think Dark Cave is the Gen 2 dark place. Where you need Flash to get through. It's just a lot faster to go through Diglett Tunnel. One step. I got one fucking step. Hey, but we got to level 19. Man, I remember I was grinding up these Diglets, like, in my first playthrough of Red, because I was training up Bakugo, that was it. And these fucking bastards they're not the strongest, but they're so fucking fast. No matter how much no matter how much a higher level I was, I just couldn't outspeed them. Oh, of course I put my grass type in front and suddenly none of them want to show up anymore. Pretty sure I can fight him now, right? Unless there's someone blocking me until I do the SS and stuff. Like, I just need Cut to get in there, right? To get in to fight Lieutenant Surge, and I have that. The only thing I really have that could do well against all the electric types is Pickle, because she's a ground type, but she doesn't have any ground type moves. We do have Dig. I guess I could put in Andy. He's a ground type, and he can probably learn Dig if he doesn't already have it. Whirlwind. You can in fact skip the ship. At least for now. I'll probably have to go get Cut eventually. Especially since that's where, you have to fight your rival again. Although it was on SS and that we got Venusaur, or rather, at the time, Ivysaur leveled up enough to be a Venusaur. I forget at what level it was. Ivysaur. Level 32. Really? We got a 32 on the ship? That's impressive. War Turtle. I'm assuming something similar, but maybe not the exact same. 36! Wow. Wow! 36 to evolve into Blastoise. So we might have Wartortle for like a whole nother stream before we get Blastoise. Like, we had... Basically, we evolved Bulbasaur Stream 1, just like we did with Squirtle. But then, like, Stream 2, we got straight into Venusaur, I believe. Or rather, Stream 3, because I think we ended at Cerulean, and then we got Vermilion. But then, when we were in Vermilion doing the SS and stuff, that is when we got Jazz Cabbage up to level 32 to evolve. But I don't believe we got to 36 in that stream. So even if I only level Coral Reefer, we'll probably have Wartortle for this stream, and maybe the next one too, before we get a Blastoise. And you know, we benefited from... fuck. From being able to fight some of the gym trainers in Lieutenant Surge's gym with Jazz Cabbage, but that would be a bad idea with Coral Reefer. Because he is weak to the electric type. He's also weak to grass type, which is next. So for the next two gyms, Coral Reefer takes a bit of a backseat. But who knows? Who knows when we'll get Coral Reefer up to Blastoise level? We'll go ahead and pick him up some experience while we're here, though. Dude, I cannot believe that Sandshrew can know Slash at level 19. That's ridiculous. Man, Super Your Sonic. Fart Knocker. Of course it hurt in itself in its confusion. 'Cause that's just my luck. Damn it! Dude, if you get knocked out by a Zubat, that'll be embarrassing. So we're gonna swap you out, homie. I remember our Spearow didn't evolve into a Fearow in red until after the 4th gym. Or at least in the 4th gym. Yeah, I never said it was, like, against the rules, so... In theory, I could have, like, traded my team to my red file and potentially used some of the decent TMs on these Pokemon and then sent them back, and I could have a slightly powered-up team. That would have been interesting. I don't think I'll do that on these Gen 1 games, just because, you know, the amount of useful TMs is pretty limited, and I'll be using them on pretty much every game. But I might do it for Gen 2, because I know in Gen 2 games, there are a lot of good TMs that you don't get access to until after you beat the Elite Four. And since in Gen 2, beating the Elite Four and the Champion only marks the halfway point of a playthrough, it would be beneficial to have access to some of those moves earlier. So I'd have to beat... I can't wait to use a Chansey in Gen 2. Well, I'm gonna use one in Gen 1. That's who's gonna be the 6th member of my team in this file, is Chansey. Right, okay, let me go get that Abra before I forget again. And like I said, I considered briefly replacing it with a Clefable, because, you know, I could already have it on my team if I went and go got it now. But ultimately, Chansey's got a better special stat in this generation than Clefable does. Excuse me. I didn't even be walking into that. But yeah, I mean, there were some TMs I probably could have fed to my team in this first generation. But I'll probably play through Gold when I get to Gen 2 and just try and access the TMs before the Pokemon League as best I can. And I'll probably still be using some of the TMs after that, because like I said, a lot of good TMs open up after you beat the Elite Four. Because the final battle in the Gen 2 games is the battle with Red, just like the final battle in these games was the battle with Mewtwo. But I might do some trade options to help me get some decent moves on my Pokemon a little bit faster in Gen 2. I've already admitted that I'm gonna straight up just trade when I get to the second game. I'm just gonna trade a fucking Houndour and use a Houndour throughout the game. Because it's fucking ridiculous that you don't get Houndour, a Gen 2 Pokemon, until you get to the second half of a Gen 2 game, when you're in the Gen 1 region again, and when your team is basically already fully formed. I just want to use a fucking Houndour! Sorry, I took a second to hydrate. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be doing some Pokemon trading for my teams anyway. Why not give them some decent TMs? Maybe not overpowered TMs, but some decent ones. And item trading becomes a thing in Gen 2 when you can trade Pokemon holding items. So I might give myself a TM to teach a Pokemon later. That way I don't have to use it immediately. But I have it for when I think, okay, now is a good time to actually be able to access it, like, if I reach a certain level. That way I'm not blazing through them too quickly by just giving myself overpowered Pokemon, because that's too easy, and that kind of defeats the challenge. So yeah, I think on Gold I'll run a Growlithe/Arcanine, because I've talked about that for a bit. And then in Silver, I'll run a Houndour/Houndoom. Since breeding is also a thing, it'll also be much easier to trade a Pokemon that I can use early in the game. I think, prior to Generation 4 maybe, hatched Pokemon start at level 5 and not level 1? But that's still pretty low level. Just means we won't be able to learn any, like, level 1 moves, I think. Where's my Abra? Breeding, you say? Hey man, I've done a lot of Pokemon breeding in my lifetime. Sometimes you want to breed for a shiny. That's how I got my prized shiny Charizard. With damn near perfect stats. A great nature. Almost perfect IVs. I EV trained it to Absolution. And I named him Calamite. after the Black Dragon from Dark Souls. Because, you know, Shiny Charizard is black. And he's still my pride and joy to this day. Wish me luck! Fuck! Alright, I'm gonna save. You guys have no idea how badly I want to, like, use save states to catch a fucking Abra. But I can't because I'm definitely not playing on an emulator. Therefore, save states are not a thing that I can do. I don't have that option. But even if I did, I would not exercise that option because I feel like it is against the spirit of Pokemon catching. But yeah, I've bred, probably not even joking, thousands of Pokemon in my lifetime. It helped a lot in Sun and Moon that you could put eggs in that fucking sauna island thing to hatch them very quickly. And there was like 3 batches where you could put 6 eggs each, so that was 6, 12, 18 eggs total that you could hatch all at once. So it was really fast to hatch a whole bunch of fucking eggs. So I could just, like, put all those bastards in there, then go collect more eggs, and put them in a box. And then when those eggs hatch, replace them with another batch of eggs, and just keep doing that and doing that. And anytime I got an upgrade to whatever I was breeding, I would replace that one with the upgrade. And I'd just send the rest to the Pokemon Bank, trade them off for Wonder Trade, or just get rid of them. I don't like releasing Pokemon. Something about it hurts my soul to do. Even if it's a Pokemon I don't ever want to use, I don't like trading them, or I don't like releasing them forever. I have done it, of course. I just don't like doing it, which is why when I did my Nuzlocke, I didn't release my dead Pokemon. I just put them in a box that says dead. Fuck. Fuck! Alright, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I don't think Vantai's gonna outspeed this bastard. But if we can put it to sleep, that'd be a tremendous boon to us. The reason I don't have Vantai in front, though, is because Vantai doesn't really have a decent attack move besides Vine Whip, which Pidgeys and Caterpies and Metapods are gonna resist. Best it's got is Wrap. Okay, some decently powerful Wrap. At least for these low-level Pokemon. Oh, look! It's another Bellsprout, finally. Took long enough to run into those. We ran into 2 Abras before we ran into another Bellsprout. If I run out of Pokeballs, I'm just gonna reset it. No matter how much experience or whatever I gain from all these battles, I'm just gonna reset it. I got lucky with that Abra in red, honestly. And then I got unlucky because it gained too many levels and didn't get confusion. Because I had it in, like, daycare. Alright, we're gonna try and see if we outspeed this Abra. Nope, we didn't outspeed it. We did not outspeed it, homies. Fuck. Want to see if I can put it to sleep to help make the catching easier. God damn you, Abra! Pardonnez-moi. I forget what level Lieutenant Surge's team is, but I feel confident that Pickle could probably deal with most of his team. I would just like to get a slightly better move on her than Tackle, Growl, Poison Sting, and Bide. We get Body Slam at, I believe it's 23, so she's close to that. I don't think she's gonna get there by fighting fucking Pidgeys. And like I said, if I run out of Pokeballs trying to catch this goddamn Abra, I'm just gonna reset. So it's entirely possible all this experience is gonna go to waste. I need that Abra! Abra, Abra, Cadabra! I wanna reach out and grab ya! Surge has a level 24 as his highest. Okay, yeah, we could probably take that with Pickle. So I feel confident that we can take down Surge today. We'll have to get, you know, a little bit lucky with this stupid fucking switch puzzle thing. Ugh. I'm even wondering if it's worth catching this Kadabra. Well, it's gonna be an Abra, but obviously it'll evolve into a Kadabra eventually. And I might... I mean, I'm not gonna make it a permanent member of the team, but I might at least trade evolve it back to Red. Well, not back to Red. Trade it to Red, and then trade it back to Blue, so it can evolve. I could use an Alakazam for at least a little bit. Until I get that Chansey, who will be my permanent Psychic user. I did consider running Alakazam. I really did. But I'm trying to save him for later. I'll absolutely run an Alakazam on at least one team in Fire Red and Leaf Green. Why the fuck does Rhydon learn Leer at level 55? Because these movesets are stupid! Why is Rhydon at like level 30 when you catch... Well, Rhyhorn. When you catch it in the Safari Zone and know like 2 fucking moves! It should have a full move slot by then! These movesets are stupid! It's so dumb! Alright, I'm gonna try to catch one more Abra, and if I don't get it, rather than resetting, I'm just gonna move the fuck on with my life for a little bit. Just catch a fucking Voltorb for Flash. And I'll get an Abra at some later point. By the way, guys, I'm working on creating a graphic list of all the different reward goals for my new PC. That way we can keep better track of all the ones we have, where we are, and what's all left to get to. Because that command that I have right now has limited characters, so I can't put every reward in there. So I want to create like a graphic. And I just want to like put the graphic on here as a source that we can just bring up whenever we want to see it. Because we're already at like the 400 mark, which is like 4 goals, and the next one is at 555, which is 5 streams, 5 games at 5 hours, 5 days a week. I said 5 4 times, but like 5 streams and 5 games should have been condensed into one thing. 5 streams at 5 hours, 5 days in a row is what that is the next reward. I need to start getting these rewards done. But I also need to make it easier for you guys to know what we're building up to. I want to come up with some more ideas, though. I need, like, a handful of more ideas. Like, obviously, as we go on, the amount we need to get to each reward will be higher. Like, here in the beginning, it's, like, every, like, $100 or so. But then once we get in, like, the 1,000 range, it's, like, every 200. And then when we get to the 3,000 range, it'll be each, like, 250. But I still need a couple of ideas if anyone wants to, like, DM me some ideas for things you'd like to see me do. Okay, let's go Pokeball! This isn't going to work. Yeah, I fucking knew it. Go fuck yourself, Abra. I'm moving on. Moving on with my life. I could just go catch a Diglett to help fight Lieutenant Surge, but since I've already got a decent chunk of my team, it kind of feels like a waste of experience points to spend fighting something and leveling up something I'm not going to keep with me, you know? Part of the reason I'm kind of cutting corners here and sequence breaking is so I can go try and get that Jolteon a little early. We can go get that Eevee, and I don't remember if I wanted to learn anything as an Eevee before I evolve into Jolteon, but we can buy the Thunderstone in Celadon City to immediately evolve the Eevee, which we're going to name 2V. We named the first Eevee 1V, this one will be 2V, and in yellow, we'll get an Eevee and name it 3V. That'll be Vaporeon. 1V, 2V, and 3V. Alright. Gimme, 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 gimme. Spearow. I already have a Spearow, and it's higher level than you. Hey, I'm not giving up today. There's nothing getting in my way. 'Cause if you knock me over, I will get back up again. Oh, if something goes a little wrong, you can go ahead and bring it on. There's the Voltorb. 'Cause if you knock me over, I will get back up again. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Okay, I'm gonna work on the assumption that Tackle's not gonna be a one-hit KO. Alright, looks like I can even hit it a second time, as long as I don't crit. I crit. I crit! I quit! Oh. Can't believe I hit with a crit! When I didn't want to crit! I wish it would quit! Giving me a crit when I'm trying to hit and not knock it out! That last one didn't rhyme! What, are they just all gone now? Where is everything? Did I just, like, scare them all away with that critical hit? Seriously, where are all the Pokemon? There we go. Took long enough. Ah, but it's another Spearow. 2 Spoopy, 5 me. Hey, and there's level 23. Now, did I remember correctly that this is where we learn Body Slam? Yes, I did. We'll get rid of Bide first. At least Tackle can be used as an attack, and Bide is just there. I don't think we've used it even once. It was just kind of a spot filler. Hey! Second chance! This one's only level 14, not 16. So I'll have to be extra careful. Let's start with the Body Slam and see how much that does. 1-hit KO! Yep! Yes, it was! It was, in fact, a 1-hit KO. Oh, we got a Hydrate. Thank you, Scholar Esperance. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Cheers! Thank you. Damn it, Mav. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It was all my fault. I shouldn't have used Body Slam. I knew better. I was just hoping it would, like, take it down to red and not 1-hit KO it. But it 1-hit KO'd it. I wish this PNG had a crying face. Alright, Voltorb. Yeah, I've got a crying emoji. I need a crying expression for my PNG. Because it always looks like I'm happy. Alright, this one's level 17. We'll hit it with a tackle. Ooh, we might be able to hit that with like 3 tackles. Sonic Boom! Oh god, we got another critical. But it stayed alive this time. Staying alive, staying alive. Alright. Now we're gonna put you to sleep. Oof. Yeah, that was a critical hit. Alright, we'll catch you for Flash. Voltorb was caught. And I know the perfect name for this Voltorb. The Ball Pokemon. And this one's gonna be in all caps. Brotlov. Short for Brother Love. And it doesn't mean anything else. It's Brotlov. And you think there's some other kind of meaning to it? You're a duty head. It's totally short for Brother Love. Bubble Beam. Maybe Maybe I should give that to Coral Reefer, but I don't know if it's better or worse than any of his current stuff. Pickle can learn it. Dig! Oh, look! Coral Reefer can learn Dig. That might actually make using him against Lieutenant Surge more viable. Pretty powerful move. Teleport! Brother Love can learn Teleport! Yes. Brother Love. That's what its name is. There we go. That'll be a fun little move to have access to. Sonic Boom. I believe that one is only level based, so. There we go. We're gonna use this HP up on Pickle. I'll have you know that Parasect just one-shot him a champ. Man, you really just won't stop going on about your probably still pretty weak Parasect, won't ya? Sorry. Sorry. I'm giving you a little too much sauce. Gotta give you some cheese to go with all that sauce. But yeah, like, in theory, you get Lapras at 15. You can trade it to another game and use it early on. Just, like, teach it Surf, which you won't be able to use outside, but it'll still be a really strong move. And you can just, like, run a Lapras through most of the game. That's crazy. Like, I thought it was a detriment that they gave you such a low-level Pokemon at that point in the game, but really, it's like so you can give it to your friends and let them run roughshod over the rest of the game. It's all I need? No, you need a full team of 6. Telling me you're gonna try and solo the entire game with just Parasect? How'd that work against Giovanni? Wow, that hurt. Right. I'm just gonna leer at you, soften you up for whoever comes next. Really? You did Sing? All that's gonna do is waste a couple turns. Possibly one if you decide to actually hit me again. Oh, it failed! But your attack missed! He only hit a Horn Drill because I was underleveled. And whose fault was that? Okay, so it's got Pound, Double Slap, Sing, and Growl. There you go, you finally got a move. Like I said, all that managed to do was waste a bunch of turns. It was Giovanni's fault? Sure it was. Shit, missed. Yes, there we go. Okay. Please stay asleep long enough for me to pop off a growth or two. Leer isn't really helping with this, since this is going to be special, but whatever. Oh, that was after 2 growths. Right, now. Anti will not be a bad lead to go through Rock Cave, since there's going to be a lot of Pokemon weak to grass types. There's also going to be a decent chunk of Zubats, most likely. Man, it's dark in here. Brother Love, show me the light. Thank you, my brother. It's Cub 1. I didn't switch to Vantai. Oh, damn. You know, I could actually, using this method, to get to Lavender Town, potentially catch a Cubone before I fight Lieutenant Surge. And while I wouldn't be keeping a Cubone, I think that would be funny, to have a Cubone to fight the Electric Gym, long before you're intended to. Okay, now we should absolutely outspeed Slowpoke. Just as long as it doesn't have confusion. You have Psychic before Surge? That's true! Because if I... Oh god, it's already awake. If I go to there, I can just go straight to the place that leads me to Celadon. I could buy a water, give it to the guy, and then they'll let me in Saffron, and then I could just go pick up Psychic. Oh, that's so funny! I just wanted to get Eevee early, but I could have Psychic early too. I don't have the Chansey to get Psychic yet. I wonder if that means I could fight Erica before Surge. Would that not be crazy? Other Pokemon I considered for my my final spot. You can see how I got Spinal out of that by confusing Spot with Final, but putting Spot first for whatever reason. I considered, like I said, Clefable. I also considered Gengar, like Pokemon that could learn Psychic. I considered Electabuzz and Magmar. Magmar was passed on because, like I said, not a lot of helpful reasons to have a fire type. Magmar is a pretty late game Pokemon too. Electabuzz I'd have to trade from Red, but I've already got an electric type Pokemon planned for my team in Jolteon, so... Obviously a couple of the Psychic types. Anything that was a Psychic Water type was dismissed because I've already got my Water type for this game. And I don't really need two overlapping types. Not that I don't have two Poison types on my team, and didn't have multiple Poison types on my first team, but there's so many fucking Poison types in the first generation, it's impossible not to have more than one Poison type, unless you are deliberately trying not to. Brother Love, please show me the light. Actually, I could have just teleported. The whole reason I gave him teleport. Oh, my brother! Testify! That's, from the Dudley Boys. Devon Dudley. He used to have like a preacher gimmick, sort of, where he would say, "Testify!" But he kept it after he went back to being a Dudley boy, and it sort of became like his catchphrase. Bubba Ray's catchphrase is, "Devon, get the tables!" It's funny how that one kind of came about by pure accident, though. Like, literally the first time he ever said, "Devon, get the tables," he was actually yelling at his partner to get the tables because they weren't set up for the spot they were supposed to do yet. And it's just essentially something the fans picked up on, and he kept doing it, and they would start, like, saying it with them. Body slam in spot 1 now. Alright, I'm hoping you're running something I can attack with a grass type. I draw Pokemon when I'm home. You and a million other people in the world. Don't send out a Machop. Slowpoke. Okay, good. I can fight this with Vantai. Sleep Powder. 2 Groats. And then Vine Whip it to death. When that Slowpoke comes along, you must whip it. Whip it! Whip it good. I bet if I did 2 more growths, that would have been a one-hit KO, but I couldn't have been certain it would have stayed asleep for all those growths. Since I only have the 1 grass-type move, as much as I'd love to lead with Vantai, probably safer to lead with Coral Reefer for a bit, once we start running into a bunch of rock and ground types. I don't remember what's over this way. Oh god, it's Machop! No! Let's see. What gym do you have to beat to use Surf outside of battle? I'm trying to remember. I don't think it's Erica. I'm pretty sure Erica lets you use Fly at best. Koga? Okay, that makes sense. Then maybe Erica is Strength or Fly. Trying to determine, like, what are the chances I could get something that knows and can use Surf outside of battle before I fight Lieutenant Surge? Obviously, I gotta fight him at some point, but having something with Cut this early really does let me bypass a lot of shit. Okay, we're gonna try putting Spearow. Nope, Spearow. I wanted Spearow in front here. Mav, I have great news. Did you beat the game? Hey, I was right. I was like, that's a girl, so she's probably gonna be running grass types, right? I was right. Surge lets you use Fly. That's very funny. So unless I beat Surge, I can't fly. But it might be possible to get access to the move fly before I beat him, thus immediately letting me use it once I beat Surge. Erica lets you use strength. It's... Of course. Excuse me. Hey, Roxy. How you doing, girl? I've already said this, but Roxy, she's a Pomeranian. So when I get Winds and Waves, I'm totally getting the fire starter because it's a Pomeranian. Yay, Spearow is evolving! And I'm naming it Roxy. Those games aren't due to come out until 2027, though, so I still got time. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Did you enjoy that chicken I brought home for you? No, you can't get a Farfetch'd now. Oh no, whatever will I do? I won't be able to use arguably the worst Pokemon in Gen 1. I mean, I could always go catch another Spearow. It's not like they're not fucking everywhere. Costume players? You mean cosplay? Hey, a fire type, and I'm leading with my water type. Dumb luck that I didn't switch Coral Reaper out first. Charmander! $23. Only 13 levels to go before Blastoise. Yeah, I'll make my way to Lavender Town, quickly take the path to Celadon, pick up my Eevee, pick up a Thunderstone, buy a bottle of water, give it to the dude at the desk. That way he'll let me into Saffron, and I'll go back up through Saffron, back into Vermilion, and we'll take on Surge. I mean, I was planning on fighting Surge at the end of the stream anyway, so... But it is funny to me, I bet, since Fly's not, like, necessary to beat the game, it only helps with backtracking, I bet I could save Surge for last. That would be very funny. Alright. Taking a shot in the dark that this guy is using rock types, but honestly he looks like he might have fighting types, like Machop. Maybe I'll go Fearow instead. Blue has been conquered! Congratulations, Raven! My techniques will leave you crying! The only thing about to leave me crying is the stench of your BO. Okay, yeah, he did rock a Geo, dude. Ugh, he looked like he could have been a shirtless, like, martial artist. Even Mewtwo. Well, you don't know this, but I'm gonna catch the Mewtwo in this game, and then I'm gonna trade the Mewtwo that I caught in red and the Mewtwo I caught in this one, and use 2 Mewtwo's in yellow. There is a small part of me that wants to catch a Mew in one of these, but the only way I think you can do it is to, like, Good luck catching up to me. I think the only way you can actually do it is through glitches or, like, some kind of hack. A game code, perhaps. I don't need Stun Spore. Sleep is more effective than paralysis in this game. Yay! Vantai is evolving! Now, I definitely want to keep Vantai as a Weepin' Bell until she learns Razor Leaf. But then once she learns Razor Leaf, I think we're good to go ahead and evolve her into Victory Bell. Man, I'm only on, like, stream 2 of Blue, and I'm already gonna be like Celadon. I'm making pretty good progress here. I'm just saying. I fucked around a little bit in the first game, but now I'm hitting my stride. Still, I'm moving so fast I might not be at a decent level to fight the Elite Four by the time I actually get there. Of course, Geodude. But you know what? We got our brand new Weepin' Bell! Now it wants to use a fighting type. So we got our Fearow and our Bellsprout to evolve in this cave. I think that's decent progress for today, even if it's going to take us some time to get Wartortle to evolve. Fearow will have Fly, Drill Peck, probably some normal coverage move, maybe Swift for when people start kicking sand in my goddamn eyes. And maybe Double Team, because that worked really well with Dum-Da-Dum. You said you were running Tri-Attack on Clefable, right, Raven? I know it's considered a physical move, but you said that Clefable's got 70 attack and it gets stab off of it. So is it actually doing decent damage? Or was it doing decent damage, I guess is the better question since you've beat the game now. Yep. Ah, good to know. $70 is a little below average. But it's not terrible for an attack stat. Probably better than Wigglytuff, which is Clefable's closest contemporary. Plus the 10% chance to burn, 10% chance to freeze, and 10% chance to paralyze. I don't think it ever worked for me. I was using it with Dodrio, and I don't think it ever popped any of those. Which I guess I could just attribute to bad luck, but that is a good move to have if you want to pop one of those. We're probably gonna have to go a little bit long tonight. In order for me to, you know, get through this cave, get the Celadon, do all the stuff there, then make it back to Surge and fight him. A lot of that will most likely be because Lieutenant Surge's stupid fucking puzzle will take forever. Mav, you'll never believe this. You already have an Eevee in my game. Damn. I'm good. I could already have an Eevee in this game if I traded that Eevee. I could do the traded Eevee. Trade Eevee for Eevee and have it get boosted experience. And then make 1V from Red the Jolteon. I probably won't, though. Yeah, Wigglytuff is probably Clefable's closest competitor in terms of, like, moveset and stats. And I'm willing to bet that Clefable is a better attacker, but Wigglytuff might have better HP. I'd have to double check their stats. It's so hard to remember Gen 1 stats before they split special into two different stats. Because, I mean, for most Pokemon, when that split came, and they were given a special attack and special defense stat, whatever their special was went to one of those things, and then they, like, made something else up for the other stat. So, like, some Pokemon, like Chansey, has a special of, like, 105 or something like that, but then later when the special stat gets split, she'll have a special attack of, like, 30, and a special defense of, like, 105. Ooh, we can learn Bite. It's too bad it's not a Dark-type move in this game. But we're definitely gonna get rid of Tackle. A Pidgey? A Pidgey. A Pidgey. I'm gonna fight the Pidgey. Pickle is actually now stronger than Strike. Technically, he's above level 20, so he's not supposed to obey me, but he seemed to always obey me so far, so maybe I'm actually at level 30? Anything under 30 will obey me? Look at me out. Oh, it's cute. We'll also definitely take the opportunity while we're in Lavender Town to rename Fearow. I think it's supposed to be Whitney. I think we were supposed to name Spearow Whitney when we caught her. And honestly, she could probably, like, carry me right the hell through Erica's gym. Do I not have any potions? Damn, I don't have any potions. I might have to teleport out to heal up real fast. 'Cause I'm apparently too dumb to have bought potions when I should have. Excuse me. Ooh, Graveler.
I also considered running a Golem on one of my teams for Gen 1. But, I don't know. I had other options that could do the same thing. So, figured I'd save Golem for perhaps another game down the line. Do I at least have repels? I probably don't. Man, I didn't even sell that nugget yet. Oh no, not Onyx! You know, honestly, part of me is upset that Onyx is not a better Pokemon. It looks so cool, but its stats are terrible. The only good thing it's got going is defense. Like, you'd think something like that would at least have some good attack, but no, not really. And I get that giving it a decent attack stat may have made it even more of a nightmare to battle in the first gym when Brock brought out Onyx. There we go. Couldn't form the words in my mouth for a second there. But like, it would have made it worth using in a Gen 1 game. Genuinely speaking now, Onyx is only worth using once you've evolved it into a Steelix. Alright, sorry to be skipping you ladies, but I gotta make sure I've got enough power to get out of this place. You walked into the room on a Friday afternoon. That's when I saw you for the first time, and I was paralyzed. I had a million things to say, but none of them came out that day, 'cause I was never one of those guys who always had the best lines. Hands start shaking, knees start quaking, and you don't even know that. I try to talk, but girl, you got me tongue-tied. I try to move, but I'm frozen inside. I'd make a move if I had the guts to, but I'm paralyzed, paralyzed, paralyzed. Ah, damn it, I thought she was gonna leave with a grass type. Okay, it's fine. Got Pickle. Go, Pickle! I'll have to come back and fight these people later. Let's put Body Slam in front. Which means we'll have to keep Brother Love in the party a little bit longer. In theory, once we're out of this place, we never need to use Flash again, because it's not even the best accuracy lowering move in the game. Alright, now I'm really hoping for a one-hit KO on this Oddish. Ah, shit, Swizzlers. Oh, woo, that was close. I'm glad that didn't do more than 3 damage. Alright, and last one's a Pidgey. Fucking quick attack. Honestly, by the time we get to the Gen 3 remakes, I'm going to be running a little low on options for flyers. I still have Pidgey, because I've already stated that my flyer for my yellow team will be Charizard. since apparently Charizard can't even learn Fly or any flying type moves in these first two games. And I could also make a Charizard my flyer and Fire Red, assuming I don't want to use him as a flyer 2 times in a row. Well, in a row. There's going to be a couple games in between. But we've still got Pidgey. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna rename our Fearow. I think we were supposed to name it Whitney. So that's what I'm gonna name it. I'm assuming named after Whitney from Gen 2. But you don't even remember giving it that name, Raven, so I could be entirely wrong on the name that we're supposed to be giving it. Alright, now I gotta get through this area. I can probably skip through a good chunk of these people. I don't know what level they're gonna be at. I just gotta be careful. Because if they're like in their 30s, it's gonna be tough. We'll lead with Pickle. Not my highest level, but my only fully evolved 3-stage Pokemon. Shit. What's cute, round, and fluffy Pokemon? I remember you. You didn't even use a lot of cute, round, fluffy Pokemon. You used cute Pokemon, I think, but not like round and fluffy. Clefairy's like cute and probably a little fluffy, but she's more of a square shape than round. Doo 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 doo. And if you don't want me to beat up your Pokemon, don't challenge me to a battle. I can cut through here. Growlithe. Meow. I'll go ahead and catch a Meowth. Grinding out Payday might be a decent way to make money. Alright, I'm gonna lead with a Growl. I don't know how much damage it's going to do. Just I'm trying to soften it up and I don't need it getting any fucking criticals. Well, I mean, I guess if it gets a critical... Okay, yeah, I would ignore the stat changes anyway, but it did get a critical, and it did fucking pathetic damage. Oh my god! That was fucking terrifying. Holy crap, I got a critical and left it with like 1 HP. Oh no, don't use Growl on my special attacker. Yeah, I fully admit, I'll probably use this Meowth off stream to just grind up some money now and again. Just like fucking Payday like crazy. Scratch Cat. Part of me wants to name it Baby after my old cat, but I think that would make me sad, actually. Every time I saw it. Alright, I was gonna name this on something eventually, so there you go. This Pokemon is Steve. Alright, just skipping past you guys so I can get through this a little bit faster. Just a little faster. You say you always keep your word. Show me what you're after. Hey look, I found a nugget. I can sell both of these nuggets. Rest up at the center. Go to Celadon department store. Sell these nuggets. Go get my EV. We'll put Brother Love away for now. Yeah, we still got plenty of space in this box. We'll buy that Thunderstone. I think we need to go through the back of the building to get EV. I'll have to check the moveset to see if there's anything I want EV to learn before I evolve it, or if everything I want to learn can be learned via TM, or once it evolves. I know everything about the world of Pokemon in your Game Boy. Get together with your friends and trade Pokemon. We've already done that, technically speaking. Technically, my friend was me. QV. What level is it? 25. Which puts it on par with the rest of the team already. Tackle and Sand Attack. Okay, let me check out these stats. Or rather, these move sets that we're going to be trying to work on here. Jolteon, moves learn, Gen 1. Okay. The first thing Jolteon will learn is Quick Attack at level 27, which is 2 levels up from now, and I think Quick Attack would be a decent move on Jolteon. Pre-evolution moves, Bite and Takedown. Okay, so I don't need Bite or Takedown. And we can get Quick Attack as soon as we evolve it and get to 27. So, I think we're safe to go ahead and evolve our Eevee. And everything else I want to teach it, it'll learn, or I can teach it via TM. The only moves that'll miss out are Bite and Takedown. Bite might be stronger, but honestly, I'd rather have Quick Attack. Mansion. Alright, here's the Mart. I don't remember what floor they sell the stones on. I'll need to buy at least a Thunderstone and a Leaf Stone. I can go ahead and use the Thunderstone, but I gotta wait to use the Leaf Stone. Let me check, actually, what level Weepin' Bell learns Razor Leaf at. That's basically the one move I want to learn before I evolve it. Get a decent
grass type move on. Not that Divine Whip isn't great, but it's only got 10 PP. Right. Poison Powder at 15. It was already evolved by then. Sleep Powder at 18. Stun Spore, we got to that. Acid at 29. Razor Leaf at 38. Oof, that's a pretty hefty level up requirement for that move, but we do need it. I forget if any of those TMs are actually any good. Cha-ching! Super potions. I should definitely buy some of those. But for now, I gotta focus on what I came here for. Thunderstone, Leafstone, and a drink. Oh boy, I got counter. What fucking floor do you sell the stones on? Ah, here we are. One Thunderstone. And one Leafstone, please. I've certainly seen longer. I've seen longer, mall towers, that's for sure. Right, and these are the guys that sell the stat boosting moves. Right. And the X moves. I definitely want a decent amount of X accuracies. But at this point in the game, they're not doing me quite as much good yet. But I will certainly have a decent amount of those X items for the Elite Four. Fresh water. I gotta buy one of each of these for that trade TM lady here. Then I'll buy an extra fresh water to give to the guy who's thirsty. That way I can go to Saffron. Ice Beam! If War Turtle can learn that now, we're totally gonna teach it to War Turtle now. If not, we might have to wait until Blastoise. Actually, I tried to give her fresh water again. Rock Slide, that will definitely go on someone. And I believe Lemonade is Tri-Attack, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to put on anyone here. But it was a very good move on Dodrio. Alright. Go ahead and pop this Thunderstone, homies! We didn't even get it in one battle before it's a Jolteon. Hell yeah! We got our Jolteon, we got our Jolteon, we got our Jolteon! Right. Rock Slide. Yep, probably Pickle. So we're gonna replace Tackle. Yeah, we'll replace Tackle. We'll get rid of Poison Sting with, like, Earthquake later. Did anyone even learn Tri-Attack? Nope. Sad. I think Chansey can, but Chansey does not have a good attack stat. Yes, Coral Reefer can already learn Ice Beam! Alright, which one is weaker, bubble or water gun? I need to know. I need to know. That way I know which one to replace. Right. Bubble is 25. Water gun is 40. No, bubble is 20. So, bye-bye, bubble. And hello, Ice Beam! Got a decent collection of moves here, too. Man, only the second stream and we're already in Celadon. Oh, man, the whole trading for cut early thing has really opened up the game for me considerably. Like, I bet with a little effort, we could go ahead and beat Erica tonight. Well, I have 4 of my teammates on my team already. Who are you running on yellow? And are you keeping that Pikachu? Right. We can pick up Psychic, but right now it'd just be sitting in my inventory taking up space until I get that Chansey. So, let's just go fight Lieutenant Surge. Shall we? I only plan on keeping Pikachu and Mankey, but then I encountered the rare Pidgeotto spawn in the forest, and then a wild Sandshrew popped up, so I caught it. You're gonna run a Pidgeotto and Sandshrew on your permanent team. Gonna use Vaporeon as my water type. I'm also gonna use Vaporeon as my water type when I get to yellow. It's frustrating because there's a lot of good water types in Gen 1. And obviously, since water type is one of your starter types, that severely limits the amount of water type Pokemon you can use. No idea who my last is gonna be. Let's see. You could use a little bit of special coverage. You've got Pikachu for electric type moves. You'll have Vaporeon for water and presumably ice type moves. Maybe I'll just go Mr. Mime. I mean, I guess you could. He's probably not the worst psychic type Pokemon in Gen 1. That'd probably be honestly Hypno. I already used Kadabra in Gen 1. Well, I mean, Alakazam, if you could get a trade in, would count as a different Pokemon. As far as I'm concerned. Right, that would take me back to Lavender, that took us Cerulean, there's Vermilion, and there's Celadon, over there. No trading! I am a loner. A lone, lonely loner, all alone. I mean, I traded with myself. I'm gonna give it to a fucking bird. Yeah, we got Pickle already at 25. I'm pretty sure we can beat Surge. Well, I already stopped playing for the night. Beating Brock was enough for me. Good for you. I'll catch up real soon. Catch up. You're like a whole ass game ahead of me. And then once we beat Lieutenant Surge, we'll have a TM that we can go ahead and use on our Jolteon. Catch up real soon. That might be the most insulting thing you've ever said to me. Okay. We're gonna lead with Vantai against these schmucks. Alright, we're almost at the end of stream. But like I said, we're probably going to go long because it's going to take forever to do this puzzle unless I get extremely lucky. In yellow, the trainer battle before Brock has a Diglett instead of a Geodude. Oh, interesting. That way it's not 4 times weak to both grass and water. Oh no, please don't growl at me and lower my attack that I'm not going to hit you with. Fucking pathetic. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can't just growth until this Pikachu wakes up. Only Brock is weak to fighting types? Ah, so that way you can't use that Mankey on anyone besides Brock. We probably won't keep growth, but we're absolutely keeping sleep powder. Mankey's still soloed, though. I'm not surprised. Brock has, what, 2 Pokemon? When they have that few number of Pokemon, it's a lot easier to solo. Geodude and Onix. You know, I wish they would have given him a Zubat like he caught in the anime. Wasn't the whole point of Yellow to be more like the anime? They should have given him a Zubat, just for fun of it. I know it's not a rock type, but who fucking cares? It would have been adorable. Oh, I should buy some potions before I actually fight Surge, though. Once I get the thing unlocked, it stays unlocked, so then I'll go buy a couple potions and then fight Surge. Surge only has a Raichu. Well, that is more like the anime, but I don't think he only has a Raichu in this one. I'm just gonna, like, pull off 6 growths to max out special. And just see if I can one-shot all of his Pokemon. Three more. Here's 4. Oh man, I love sleep. That's 5. Okay, yes, okay. What's a fun game I can play? I can go up to the GameCube and probably PS2 on my Steam Deck now. Oh, there's a lot of options on those. Like, a shit ton, really. But it depends on what kind of mood you're in, I suppose. Like, do you want something action-y? Do you want, like, an RPG? Something tactical? Something with a good story? You want just some quick little thing you can get in and out of? Surprise me. Okay. Let's see. Here's one you might or might not enjoy, but if you can get into it, Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter for the PS2 is a game. Hi, kitty! Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter is a game I played a lot, and if you get to a certain point... Hi, kitty, yes, hey, bitch. If you get to a certain point, you can see that it heavily inspired the look of my little OC here, my little PNG guy. How you doing, kitty? So if you want to see what inspired my look, that's a fun game. It's an RPG with sort of a tactical battle system. Just happy to be here. Well, I'm happy to have you here. It's only 1.4 gigabytes. It's not a particularly long game, but it's one of those games that you're intended to play multiple times. It can also seem really fucking hard if you don't know how to play it. It's not hard once you know how to play it, but before you learn what you're supposed to be doing, it can seem hard. We already gave up on Stun Spore. How are you doing tonight, kitty? Oh no, he's got his own brother love! We caught a Voltorb earlier, kitty. I named it Brotlov, which is definitely short for brother love, and not just Voltorb backwards. I played Dark Souls 2, fists only in the Covenant of Champions, I'll be fine. That's a different kind of difficulty, though. This is... It's not because it's necessarily hard. It's because it's meant to be played a certain way that's not immediately obvious. I'm just gonna share what you're intended to do. That way it's not, like, something you're trying to figure out. You're supposed to die. And then when you die, you restart the game with some bonus experience that you use to level up your characters so you can get through the earlier stages faster and at a higher level than where you were at than when you died. Kind of like Dark Souls, but not quite. I didn't even notice the Voltorb name was just Voltorb backwards. Did you really not realize that's what I was going with? Brotlov? It's definitely not Voltorb backwards. It's short for Brother Love. Brotlov. We haven't even met Bill yet. We still haven't met Bill! The Brotlov. Brotlov the Voltorb. And it's short for Brother Love. See, Brotlov. Voltorb. I didn't. Too busy beating Blue. Well, I guess I'm just better than you at noticing things then. Take out Steve, though. I hate it here. I'm sorry. Tell us a joke? Okay, hold on. Let me find a good one. Let me get to the gym while this is loading. Normally, I just bring up my list of dad jokes that are on my desktop. Just like a little, you know, note, or whatever you call it, from like Notepad. But honestly, with the way my computer's been lately... Oh, I need to rest up to get Steve back to health. I'm afraid that clicking anything while I'm streaming will break everything. Where do rainbows go when they've been bad? What do you call a sheep who can sing and dance, Lady Baba? I think I've said that one. I think I said that one on an earlier stream at some point, but I don't remember. Anyway, mine is, where do rainbows go when they've been bad? To Prism, so they can reflect on what they've done. Oh, shit. Obviously, I have to have, I gotta have Strike at the team, because he's the one with Cut. Eventually, I'll go get, you know, Cut. And I'll put it on someone on the team. That way I can have it on one of my permanent party members. Sorry, Steve. Okay. Now, how much longer we go tonight will depend entirely on how long it takes to finish this fucking puzzle. Let me go buy some potions. I think there's still one more guy I gotta fight in there. But that's okay. No, potions. We'll buy 6 of them. 1 for each party member, in theory. Also, we'll buy 3 paralysis heals just to be on the safe side. I don't know if we're gonna get paralyzed, but I'd rather we have an option to deal with it. What vegetable has the best kung fu? Broccoli. That's a pretty good one. No, didn't want to read that twice. Hey, there's a switch under the trash. Turn it on. Okay, what if I save it here? I don't know if this will work. I don't know if I've ever tried this before. I probably have. Nope, there's only trash here. Hey, the electronic locks were reset. Okay. But, what if I reset the game and load it back up? Will it still will it still have counted the first switch and thus have one of them nearby, or will I have to start all over? I'm sure I've tried this before. Hey, the locks were reset, which means it did technically work. Oh, this is much faster. Just save when you find the first goddamn switch. No, I'm gonna do this every time from now on. Which leaves us one option. Or it doesn't. Is it fucking random each time? Switches are fun. I play on mine all the time. I don't play on my Switch as much as I used to. Used to be because I only had the Switch. Oh, man. Is it, like, gonna be in a random spot? And it can be in any one of the 3, but it's, like, random every time I load in? Or is it literally just, like, no, you tried to save and load back in, so... Oh, okay, that's frustrating. Stop! Stop it! I hate this fucking puzzle. Seriously? Oh my god, I feel like I've checked them all. shit, which one haven't I checked? I feel like I've checked them all. Gotta check them all, gotta check them all. Gotta check them all, gotta check them all. Gotta check them all, turn it on. So it was in this fucking spot. Oh my god, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so mad! Hold on, let me try something here. I love this gif. I fucking hate it here. I thought you were so Mav. Ha 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 ha. Go fuck yourself. Nope, okay. It didn't try resetting in the exact same place again. Oh, I've got a 50-50 chance. Thank you. I got a 50-50 chance. You know that's doubling, right? Yes, it's been doubling all stream. There's nothing I can do about it. I checked before I went live and they weren't doubling, and then once I went live, they were doubling. Yes, the second electric opened! I don't even know if someone was gonna quote that, how they would spell what I just said. You did it! Well, I had a 50-50 shot. You really want to get a reset? No! I don't wanna. Don't you wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna Fanta? Fuck you! Fucking thunder waving little bitch. Fuck your wave of thunders, asshole. Drinking a crush instead? Well, I'm about to crush this Pikachu. Okay. Yeah, ideally you want to try and find that fucking switch in one of the corners, because that gives you your best option of finding the next one. Because the second one will always be right beside the first one. And that only leaves you with 2 options. Worst ones is one of these ones in the middle, because that'll leave you 4 options. Okay. Now we're leading with Pickle. I think I'm challenging you is what I'm doing. I'm gonna kick your shiny hiney. Could have grabbed Fly before Surge. I could have, but I said that I was gonna beat Surge tonight. We'll get Fly next time, next Monday. Oh, Mav, I think we settled on a name for your cat? What's the name? Please tell me it's Steve. Baron Jareth von Meowchausen. Oh my god. You know, its last name being Meowchausen reminds me of Danhausen, the wrestler that I've been sending you clips of lately. You know, the guy with the face paint who keeps, like, cursing people? Beard tricks? Cute, but he's got whiskers galore and short chin beard. I mean, you're already gonna outspeed me, asshole. Why would you try that? He's a tux, so he's a domestic short hair. Ah, we are swept with Pickle. Take that, Lieutenant Surge! Fear me and my Pickle! It is Meowchowsen, right? That's not like a silent C or some shit. Just making sure I'm pronouncing your cat's name right. Baron Jareth von Meowchowsen. Baron obviously is nobility. That's perfect. Oh, thank you. And you wanted to have like a sort of nobility-like name. I'm assuming Jareth comes from Labyrinth. I'm pretty sure Jareth was the name of the Goblin King. I could be wrong about that. And that might not be what you were going for even regardless. Honestly, Baby got his name out of sheer laziness. Because when we got him, he was just a baby cat. But we already had a bunch of other cats at the time. So we differentiated him by calling him the Baby Kitty. Because he didn't have a name at the time. It's like, have you seen Baby Kitty? And eventually got shortened to Baby, and that was just his name. Yeah, I wanted to go with Baron von Giggington from The Cat Returns. I'm on a 37 stream streak, Mav. Haven't missed one yet! Congratulations. Alright, obviously we can go get Fly now. It won't be too difficult. And then we can go ahead and teach it to Firo. Then we can just fly places, and that'll be so much faster. And I think that'll be the last thing we do today. I think we can go ahead and get Fly. I'm pretty sure. I don't think... As long as we can cut the tree, I'm pretty sure we can get to it. And yes, you knew where Jareth came from. Excellent! But Fluff loves the movie Baron Munchausen, and said he'd been calling him that instead. Ah, so Meowchausen is Munchausen. Like Munchausen by proxy? That, fucking weird mental disorder where parents will make their children sick to get sympathy? All you need is cut? Still, the Hausen in the name. Right now, if I hear Hausen, I just can't stop thinking of Danhausen from WWE. Well, I mean, he was a wrestler before WWE, but the clips I've sent of you were him in WWE. With the face paint and the cape, and... he's a very funny wrestler. Alright, and we'll go ahead and teach this to Whitney. I have Fly before I have Cut. We went late tonight, almost 3.5 hours. About 10 minutes short. But I started late tonight too, so, you know, I kind of had to make up for it somehow. Whitney! Spread your wings and fly! We'll get rid of Growl. And eventually we'll replace Peck with Drill Peck. Oh, right, right, right. Thunderbolt! We're gonna go ahead and teach that to 2V. We're only missing one member of our permanent team now. We got our Jolteon 2V. Our Firo Whitney. Coral Reefer, who will eventually become Blastoise at 11 more levels. Vantai, who will eventually become Victory Bell. Technically, we can make it Victory Bell now, but we want to learn Razor Leaf first. And we got our Nidoqueen Pickle. Now we just need to pick up our Chansey in the Safari Zone. So all we gotta do is drive Team Rocket out of Celadon City, get the Silph Scope, go to the top of Lavender Tower, pick up the Pokeflute after we save that guy. Nidoqueen. That's not how you spell it. See? Nidoqueen, like needle. You can get Chansey before Erica. I know, that's what I'm saying. It'll be fucking hard, but we could do it. We could have Chansey by the end of next stream if we're extremely lucky. That's how I spell it. Yeah. We drive Rocket to Celadon, get the Pokeflute after Lavender Tower, wake up Snorlax. We'll have to go down the, pier route because we don't have our bicycle yet. We don't have our bicycle yet. Oh. Go to Fuchsia, go to the Safari Zone, and farm for a Chansey. You know what else is hard? These nuts. I got 97 nuts. That's a lot of nuts. Like, having a Chansey before the 4th gym is crazy. Technically, if I hadn't made the promise to beat Surge tonight, I could have had Chansey before the 3rd gym. If it were possible to beat the Team Rocket and Celadon before I fight Surge, then go do Lavender Tower, then wake up Snorlax, then go to Fuchsia, then go to Safari Zone, find a Chansey and catch it, it's entirely possible I could have had my full team before the 3rd gym. Oh, this is cool. I like this. But, c'est la vie, we are out of time tonight. And as I said, we will be having an actual dinner for my sister tomorrow. I'll still be streaming tomorrow. She's having... But like, we did a celebration at my aunt's house, which used to be my grandparents' house, because today was also my grandfather's birthday, you know, before he passed last year. So we kind of spent today for him. Soon, send Moon my love? I absolutely will. I've already sent her everyone in the Discord who said happy birthday to her. I'll let her know that you said hi too, and happy birthday. And we had fried chicken for today because that was, you know, my grandpa's favorite meal, and she wants $1 million spaghetti, which is basically lasagna, but with like spaghetti instead of lasagna noodles. So, we are going to save it right here. 6 hours and 10 minutes. And I'm gonna find someone to raid. It's a little late tonight, so I don't know who's gonna be all on this late on a Friday. Do you still bake it in layers or no? Well, I mean, my mother's going to make it, so... Hold on. Hello! Close the game, because we don't need it playing over the credits here. I'm pretty sure she, like, sort of mixes it in throughout. So it's like not layers because you're not using the layered lasagna noodles. So it's like all the stuff. I guess it's more like spaghetti casserole than lasagna, might be a better way to phrase it, because lasagna implies layers. I enjoy having the train next to my name. Choo choo! Current hype train conductor. Alright, anyway, let's see who's live. Like I said, it's pretty late, so I don't know who's all going to be on. But if there's no good options, this would be a perfect opportunity to go out and try and make a new friend. Maybe someone else. I mean, it implies ricotta. There will be ricotta. There is ricotta cheese in our fridge. You're live. I don't think I can raid myself. And even then, I'd still have the problem of having to raid out again, because then you'd all just be here again. Yeah, we could make a new friend, see if anyone else is playing Pokemon, anything Pokemon related. But let's see who's live first. You know, I see a lot of people playing Mouse PI for Hire. Could be a loop. I've seen trailers for that game. It looks interesting. It's like a first-person shooter, which is not my usual jam, but it's got an art style that looks so interesting. It's got like an old black and white style. Part of me wants to try it out. The other part of me is like, you're terrible at shooters. Why would you do that to yourself? Ooh, Gadworks is live. Smash and Sketch. Playing Super Smash Bros. Pikachu is in that game, and someone's playing as Pikachu. It's perfect. Haha. You already have so many games to play. It's true. I do. So many that I could never possibly keep track of them all. Ugh, man, if I could afford to do this full time, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I would. Just so I could actually get to all the games I want to share and play with you guys. Not including Code Vein. Well, I mean, I'll play that one eventually too. I just need to make sure it runs smoothly on my computer. Because some games will not. Like, Eindridge got me Elden Ring Night Rain, and that was so fucking cool of them to do, but my computer won't play it. And they got it so I could play with them, and like, even with nothing else running, I couldn't fucking run it. My computer wouldn't let me. I'd be here every day if it was full time. Somehow I believe you, even though I think that would be very bad for you. Like, you'd have other responsibilities. But I totally believe you'd be here. I don't currently. Well, I mean, you still have other responsibilities besides work, even though you're out of work right now. All right. We are going to go with our egg raid message today. Like, if I was a big enough streamer that I could do this full time, that would be super cool. I do have 2 interviews on Monday. Hey, good luck. All right. We're going to start the raid. I'll sing a goodbye song, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow for more Atelier Sophie. I don't know how close I am to finishing that game. Part of me thinks I'm maybe like halfway through by now, and part of me thinks like I'm not even remotely close to being done. We just got the guy with the gun, so fingers crossed you get one with a better employer. Ugh, I would have had more time to stream in the summer, but I'm probably actually gonna have to work this summer to make up for all the time I missed in March. All right, okay. Starting raid now. Ahem. Hey, it's been really fun. We hope you liked it too.
Seems like we've just begun when suddenly we're through. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. For now, it's time to go. Raven, that second one is what my grandfather did. That was his job. But hey, I say, well, that's okay, 'cause we'll see you really soon, I know. Really soon, I know. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. And tomorrow, just like today, the moon, the bear, and the big blue house will be waiting for you to come and play. To come and play. To come and play. Bye now, and happy birthday to the world's greatest sister!